Okay, hi guys, this is Preeti and I'm going to today share with you what your life purpose is and what is the best way that you can achieve your life purpose. What is the best way that you find out that life purpose, the easiest and the quickest way that is going to help you to, make it just quick and easy for you and joyride for you rather than struggling about something or, thinking it to be maybe a rocket science or something. It's not anything like that. Life purpose is going to be like a joyride for you. Life purpose, so even finding the what's your life purpose is also going to be a joyride for you. What happens is that when a soul is born, before being born in a human body, every soul has to go through a process where they go into a certain sort of chamber and where they actually see what their life purpose is, and they are very much clear about their life purpose. They are very much clear about their soul's purpose, and they are like super excited about their lives, that that wow, that something great is going to happen. They are going to have a really good time when they are born, and boom, what happens then? That soul is then born, and the quality, the specification or feature or whatever you can say about, maybe we can call it a law of entering into this physical dimension, is that any soul, whatever lessons it had brought, whatever learnings or whatever life purpose or whatever they had brought in their memory, it actually forgets as soon as that soul is born into a body in that is on this planet. And that's where the fun part begins, because that is actually a test that is put on, by the universe, or you can say by the only divine lord, and he wants that soul to go through that process, and then actually he sends guides himself. He himself sends angels and different beings, different sort of divine beings towards you to remind you of that soul's purpose. And then he actually, you might find it funny, he actually sits back and watches the fun about how much you trust yourself, how much you trust your gut instincts. But it's not just for fun, it's actually for your growth, it's actually for your upliftment. And it's not wrong to say that the divine sits back to watch the fun. It's not nothing wrong in saying that, because you are a part of him, and he just wants to see that he how he himself behaves when he forgets something, when he forgets his life purpose, when he is pushed into a dimension where he is sort of, taken away from his divine powers, and when he has to live in sort of limitations, where he has to live in an environment that makes him feel burdened and responsible, and a lot of negative things. Not just negative things, there is nothing negative in this world. Like, we say that every speck in this world is full of, that divine's energy. So there is nothing in this world that is negative. But whenever an individual gets into a direction that is not a part of his life purpose, that is where, and that individual is going to face a lot of friction, that individual is going to face a lot of difficulties and a lot of problems. And there comes the new word in his dictionary, that negativity has entered into his life, negativity has entered into his mind, and then he tries to find out a zillion ways to remove that negativity from his life. And maybe he might be successful, he might not be successful, but somewhere or the other, knowing your soul's purpose, in that all that finding out how to brush away that negativity, somewhere or the other that person is brought to this, this revelation in his mind, that he has to, that there is something called life purpose, there is a mission that he has to fulfill, there is something that he has to accomplish in his life, and which he must not be doing, and because of which he is facing all the such negative situations in his life. And that is where, a boom happens to him, and he feels that, it does resonate with him, and it does make sense to him, and he feels that, okay, this is going great, so let me now start doing what my mission is. And then actually comes the best part, because he has already known that before his birth, that what he was supposed to do, what his life purpose is, what his soul's purpose is. But then actually he just gets lost and he does not know what his life purpose is. But yes, not knowing your life purpose, but knowing the fact that you are supposed to do something on this planet, and you are supposed to fulfill a mission on this planet is in itself a sort of energy that is going to attract, situations. It's going to attract people towards this energy that is going to help you to help that individual to achieve what it wants, like the revelation of what their soul's purpose is. So now, during all this talk that I had with you, that know what your soul's purpose is, know what your life purpose is, you might be getting confused that what are these different things. First of all, because you might be totally new to this word soul's purpose or life purpose, or you might be someone who has already had come across this word, maybe in people talking about it, or maybe in the internet or some books or something. Anyway, there are a lot of ways possible where you might have come across this word, but the thing is, so you might be now confused that what is a soul's purpose and what is a life's purpose. Life purpose is something that is like there for each and every individual. Like every human being brings a life purpose with himself or herself, whether it's a male or a female. Everybody has a life purpose. Life purpose is only limited to that lifetime. Like if a person is born, if a king is born, that king is born with a life purpose. He might be born with a life purpose where he is supposed to bring peace and happiness to his kingdom, and this might be his life purpose, and it is only limited to that life. Whereas that king might be born as a scientist in his next birth. It's just an it's just an abrupt guess and abrupt example that I am just cooking in my mind, and I have nobody like that or similar in my mind, whom I might be talking about. And so that same king might be born as a scientist in his next birth, and then his life purpose might be totally different, to help people through his researches, and maybe to bring some sort of new understanding, to bring some sort of theory or law into awareness of people. Like Newton brought his law, and like Einstein had his own theories and all. So that those are different life purposes of different people. So life purposes keep on changing with every life. What happens is that a soul might be aware of his life purpose, he might not be aware of his life purpose. What happens that when a soul forgets, there is this entire universe, there is this entire cosmos that has divine beings that are already set on this mission. They have their life purpose to bring you back on your life purpose, your life back on track. Whenever it's the right time for you, whenever that right time for you to know your life purpose had ripened, and they are then there to shake you up and bring you back into an awakened state. Not an awakened state like how we call about the saints and preachers or something like that. That awakened state is where a human being, that humanity awakens within you, and you feel that, okay, this is the first time I'm awake, and this is the first time I'm aware of myself. Whereas there is a state of dormant lifestyle which a soul passes through. There is no limitation to up to what extent, up to what age limit this dormant sleep is going to go on. Sometimes, unluckily, a soul does not come out of this dormant sleep, and they just keep on through that dormant sleep, birth after birth, and they make it so that it starts becoming so difficult for them that their life gets difficult, their lifestyle gets difficult, their resources are scarce, and maybe after a series of births, that is where they actually come to then that awakening of that human being is going to be a bigger awakening, because they are going to be a lot more aware. If they had gone through 5 births, their awakening is going to be 5 times bigger, because they are going to realize what big mistake they were making since all these births, and their collective life purposes which they did not fulfill during those past lives. They are now going to get it, and they are now supposed to do it in this lifetime. So but whatever, if even if that happens, then still that person is still going to have support, that person is still going to have resources to fulfill his life purpose. But he will get those resources only once he starts walking on his life purpose's path. So he has to find his life purpose, and then he has to start walking his path. And also I would like to say that this is where you feel you might have come across many people or many souls that are like very much struggling, and that are like very much very much miserable in their life, and they still don't have any help, they still don't have any support or something. And I would like to say that this example which I gave for this person, that being in that dormant state of sleep for a series of births and then awakening to something. I would like to say that those souls, those miserable people that you might have seen, they might be something going through something phase that which I described right now. And there is yes, you might feel sorry for them, you might feel very much that there's a lot of injustice or something, whatever you say. But still, whatever that soul is going through, he is going to have a backup, he is going to have that good store for him once he starts living his life purpose. So all you can do, if you come across some individual like that, you can just send a silent prayer for that person, and that person would be fine. You can actually send a silent prayer in a way that you just ask that that person realizes his life purpose or soul's purpose so quickly, so that they just get out of that misery and start living a life which they are supposed to live. Because maybe they might be just wasting time in being miserable, in feeling victimized, whereas it's just a waste of time, and it's not going to help them to reach the life purpose that they are supposed to do. So that is one thing. And now what is soul's purpose? I talked about life purpose, and soul's purpose is that is like limited only to human beings. Life purpose is what every soul brings along with them, like even animals bring along with them, plants also bring along with them. Life purpose is helps a person to learn something. And when you keep on keep on walking on your purpose, on your life purpose, you actually learn something, and you become more, you evolve, and you become a better human being. And whereas soul's purpose is something where an individual soul, a soul is something that takes a number of births before entering into a human body. This is the Vedic science, that is like 5,000 years ago, maybe even more older than that. But this Vedic science says that every soul that is born on this planet has to go through a number of births, from the plant world, animal world, and human being is the final birth of that soul. And which is where there is no more further evolution available on this planet. And so that is why this soul has then to prepare itself for ascending. They have to prepare themselves to maybe go back home. And that is what I'm talking about, is called a life purpose, a soul's purpose. Life purpose is what I talked about, lessons. And soul's purpose is when a human being, after finishing its duties, after finishing all the duties that they are supposed to do for their life purpose, they also prepare their soul for going back home. And this is a spiritual journey, this is a spiritual path that a person follows. And a spiritual path can be just anything that it's different for everybody. It's different and unique for every one of us. And this path can be something which you might have already selected, you might have already known all that you need to know in that path, or you might just know a fraction of it, and you are still in that mode of discovering. How much you discover that path is, and how much time it takes to discover that spiritual path that's going to help you to fulfill your soul's purpose. It all depends on you, it all depends on what is planned for you. And yes, nobody else did plan, you yourself had planned for yourself. And there is nothing wrong, there is nobody out there who is sitting and who is deciding and who is actually trying to pull the reins of your life according to their way. It's in your hands how much you had decided to move ahead on this planet, and how you want your soul's purpose to be revealed to you. So that is all decided by you, and there is no sort of injustice anywhere in this. Like maybe you might be feeling that somebody else has decided, and oh my gosh, now you have to follow it. There's nothing like that. It's just you who decided, and it's just you who has to rediscover that soul's path and know what's going on for you and how to move ahead in your life's purpose and soul's purpose. So now you actually know what is life purpose, what is soul's purpose. So I would love to sum up the definition of soul's purpose as soul's purpose is equals to life purpose plus the purpose of the human soul to take birth on this planet. That's quite a big definition, but that's okay. And now I would like to head on and tell you about how to find your life purpose and how to find your soul's purpose. Life purpose is something that you would love to give back to this planet. Yeah, like there is something like that inspires you, it motivates you. There are certain things in going on in this physical dimension that actually makes you feel, oh my God, this should not be happening. Maybe it might be something negative, it might be some sort of injustice, maybe corruption, whatever it might be. But whatever you see around and whichever things hurts you the most, it's actually going to be a part of your life purpose. And being your part of your life purpose is going to help you. And this interesting thing about life purpose is that it cannot stay hidden from you for long, because somewhere or the other it's around you. It's just going to be in front of you, maybe here, maybe in the corner of your eye, but from somewhere or the other it's going to be visible to you, because it's your life purpose and you have to fulfill it. So from somewhere or the other it's going to keep on popping up in front of you, and it's not going to be away from your awareness for long. So that is something that you would love to help this planet with. You would love to improve that thing and give it back to the planet, so that this planet becomes a better place to live in. And that one thing can be it can be improving the plant world, the vegetation, etc. It can be improving the animal life, and it can be improving the human life, or it can be something for the environment and the ecology. So it might be any one of all of these four areas, or it can be a combination of one or more, or maybe all four of them. It depends on you what you have chosen for yourself. I would love to say that life purpose and deciding what your life purpose is should be in your hands, and it is always in just your hands. Nobody else can come to you and say, hey, this is your life purpose, come on, start working on it. That is not the way that happens. And life purpose is something that you only are supposed to decide, and you only are supposed to decide and follow it. Nobody can guide you, nobody can tell you what your life purpose is. And something more that I would like to say is that apart from life purpose, there is also your life purpose to spread good vibes on this planet. And how you can spread good vibes on this planet is by doing something that you love. There are number of talents and skills and inbuilt something that just puts you in that mode that you are just passionate about doing. It can be anything. It can be singing, dancing, acting. It can be it can be teaching. It can be teaching school kids. It can be researching. It can be being a scientist and doing some awesome research on something that can help this planet. It can be a number of other things, and all those things just help to make this planet better and better. And it's not necessary that you just have to be in that serious mode to give something back to this planet. It's not going to be that way. You might say that how is dancing going to help you to bring something good to this planet? See, whenever you are in that mode, whenever you get into the best energy of yourself, whenever you get in your bestest form, that is where you are actually connected to your divine within, and you are just connected to the divine spark within. And whenever that happens, it says that your mind, body and soul are in an alignment, and that alignment actually makes you radiate powerful positive energy in this environment that actually affects the entire planet. So it's very useful, it's very helpful to the planet, plus it's going to put you in that bestest mode where you just enjoying being that way. And sadly, you must be seeing that a number of people just stop doing what they love and they just keep on doing what they feel they are supposed to do. Yes, this physical dimension is that where you are brought into the awareness. You are made to feel aware about the things that life is not easy, life is not a joyride, life is not a celebration, it's not something that is fun, it's not something that is easy, and it gets difficult. There are responsibilities, there are a number of people who have actually made themselves like that, and they are like typical examples on how they actually explain it to others. They have actually mastered this art in explaining others that everything that they need to do is something like that they don't love to do, that is just making them feel helpless and burdened and full of responsibilities, and just keeping enjoyment and happiness out of their life. They are very good at explaining that, but I would like to say that they are the ones who have sacrificed their dreams the most, because they are it's very difficult for any individual to forget what they love to do, and nobody can ever forget. That is the one thing that I would like to clear out. But it is very difficult for a person to just come into this dimension and find find equally resonating energy, equally resonating feelings like they have around them. They are always going to find those challenges, and a number of people find those challenges, and that is where they actually feel that they don't know whether they are right or the person outside them is right, and they feel that whoever is around might be right, and that just one voice inside, how can it be right, and whatever it is. But yes, that does happen, and it does happen to everyone, and it's not that it's just happening with you, it happens to all of us. And what is our duty is that that little voice inside that is telling you to follow your passion, that is telling you to follow your heart, that is telling you to do what you love, is that voice that is actually to whom you must be listening to. And all the voices around that you are hearing, you are listening to, who are making you understand that life is not easy, life is not fun. You just have to shut those voices. And it's actually practically not possible, to shut all the voices around. But practically what is possible, that voice inside you have to start listening to it. Once you start listening to it, that voice is going to become louder. Whatever you love, whatever you put your energy and attention to, that actually becomes magnified and more bigger. So same thing is the voice of your heart. If you start listening to the voice of your heart, it's going to be so much encouraged and so much motivated that your heart is going to continuously keep on giving you directions. It's continuously going to give you different wishes, different paths, and different signals that you might be able to that you might be getting from time to time. And you just have to pick up those and start doing what your heart says. It's very easy for you to discover your life purpose and your soul's purpose once you start listening to your heart, because your heart is a direct connection with your soul, and your soul is very much aware of what your life purpose is and what your soul's purpose is. So it's very important that you start listening to your heart's voice, that little voice inside you, and that actually tells you, wow, I would love to have this, I would love to talk to that person, I would love to have that ice cream, or whatever it is. Yes, there are, if I said something about ice cream, there are a number of things, there are a number of voices even in there that actually tempts you. Those are tempting voices and not the voice of your heart. Your voice of your heart will never say anything that is harmful to you. Your voice of your heart will never tell you anything that is not good for your health. Voice of your heart is never going to guide you to a path that is difficult for you or life threatening or dangerous for you. Voice of your heart is never going to tell you something that you don't love to do. So these are like, simple points to remember, and you might be easily able to remember this, because that's what makes us feel relaxed, and that's what makes us feel comfortable, that okay, that's fine, it just makes you feel more comfortable and more easy with yourself, because whenever you say that little voice in your heart, there is one more voice inside you that is usually sounding very much scary and frightening, and you can say that this voice always wants to threaten you, always wants to warn you, always wants to put that on your, just to put that in your mode where you are always freaked out, and you are just on the tips of your toes doing something and still unfulfilled about whatever you are doing. That is not the voice of your heart, that is the voice of your ego. And ego is, you might feel that you don't have an ego, but everybody that are born on this planet, every human that is born on this planet has an ego, and there is nothing wrong in having an ego. It's a normal it's a normal software that is installed inside your system. It's installed inside your gadget that you call is your body, and this software, the purpose of this software is to see that your human existence, the existence of this body, stays safe and stays protected and gets proper shelter and nourishment and whatever you want. So that is the basic function of that ego. But the ego is not anything, any divine person. The ego is not some ascended master or something. It's just an ignorant little software inside you. It's not built by any, yes, it is, yes, that is put into you from the divine, but it's just a basic necessity that is required for that, for that initial stages of of the soul's life. And you can say that that ego is helpful to that person only up till they are in that dormant phase. Once they get out of that dormant slumber, the ego is no more required, and that is where a person should start listening to their heart, because they know enough that that little ego does not have much knowledge and wisdom. It just keeps on blabbering by itself, and there is a more wise and a more divine voice inside that actually takes you to a better place, that makes you feel more happy and more satisfactory and more comfortable with life than that little monkey mind. So ego is that monkey mind that we call it, and so that is how you can distinguish between the voice of ego and the voice of your heart. And I would like to say that not just your life purpose, soul's purpose comes also is important. Life purpose is something that you are going to help the planet with. And then listening to your heart is also very important. Doing the things that you love is also very important. Then comes your soul's purpose. Soul's purpose is something that is going to help you to, to help you to figure out that spiritual path that you are supposed to follow, in order that you can go and unite with that divine from where you came. It's like, how a lot of spiritual texts express that, going back home phenomenon. And that going back home phenomenon again is not meant for everybody. It's just for, I have no, you can just say that a few souls, they choose to go back home, whereas there are this drunken souls that, who are drunk, who are just drunk and who are just intoxicated by this materialistic realm, and they just want to keep on taking births after births on this planet and keep on enjoying the creation that the divine has made. And who are this drunken and intoxicated souls? None other than the divine himself, who has made this who has made this planet, who has made this existence, and he is so much in love with it that a part of him always loves to be connected to this existence, and that is why he would just like to keep on taking births after births. And whereas some part of him wants is just here to, fulfill some purpose and then just go back home and unite with the actual part of him. And all this is a play of him, and he just loves doing all of it. You might say that, how is suffering, how is torturing, so there are certain amount of, so there are certain souls that go through a lot, and you might feel that how is divine so cruel, how can he design something, how can he design a life like that, when he's just sitting back and enjoying. But it's just his play. And whenever I would love to say that, whenever see that there is a great amount of distress or great amount of misery going in front of you, where some people or some souls go through a lot, I would love to say that that individual has already left from that scene, from their body, and only that misery energy, that miserable energy, that terror energy, that terrific energy has taken, and which actually is made so that it can reflect, it can show back something to the world, and it can catch the attention of this world that, hey, wake up, you have to do something, look at what's happening around you, that is the actual purpose of that miserable energy. And the person who is, the souls who choose to reflect that through them, they are also like, some part of the divine who has chosen to be that, and who wants to bring some sort of upliftment to this planet through them. So it is their purpose that they are doing. So I don't think that there is anything injustice around there. They also, then those souls might be so down to earth, they might be so like, divine and pure, that you might that they might actually, suppose if they just, they stay alive, if they come out of that miserable state, and then maybe, this media and newspapers and interviewers, they just go to them and ask them that, how did you survive that, and what do you feel, what is the message that you want to give out to the people who did that. And they are like so saintly people, they are like so innocent that they would not like to blame anybody, they would not like to they would not like to curse anybody. They are just like sort of thanking the divine for keeping them alive, even for seeing all that sort of situations. They are still alive and they are still able to enjoy this existence. So that is, that they are just amazing people, and they are just giving out that message that what is the value of life on this planet. And so that is what life purpose and source purpose is. And I hope that you like this training video, and there was a lot that I was sharing with you, and I know that this is going to be a really valuable video for you. This whatever I shared during this training, it's like, it might be something that you heard for the first time, it might be something that and it just came into your mind or memory once again. So I have a lot more to say, but I'm just seeing that this video is just going on, and it's almost 30 minutes and I now have to put a break on it. So I've just decided that if you want to learn more about this, there is a program coming up. I am doing a program for this, and sharing about more about this, and not just sharing more about this, I would also like to take you into a meditation, and that meditative state, where you go and learn what your life purpose is, what your soul's purpose is, what is the best path that is going to help you to follow your life purpose and source purpose. So that video I'm just having, and that video training I'm just having recently in the next few days. And I would love that you join that training. And to join that training, there is a button below, and you will be able to join me there. So I would love to see you there. I would love that everybody on this planet, they discover their life purpose and discover their soul's purpose, and start living that happy and fulfilled life that they ought to live. So I hope you like this video, and thanks for being with me. And thank you so much, because this video is this long and still you kept watching it, still you watched the entire video with me, and that is like, that's like a blessing for me. I'm so thankful to you, so because you watched it till the end. So, and there is a book attached, there is a free downloadable book that you will be able to read and you'll be able to follow, and that has a lot, what I discussed in this video. So just download that, and just register your name for the next training that is coming up, where I will be helping you with that meditation. So see you there.